YouTube said I'm live. Hey Shay. See, I'm not the only person that's up in the wee hours of the night. How you doing? How my bro doing? They was getting it in tonight. I decided to do some reading with my daughters. I'm trying to implement reading as another way to spend time with them. So I made everybody put their devices away and come read with mommy. And we all read three different books, but we read. So anyway, so I just mic don't static too much. I was trying out this little thing over here. Uh, because cam slips is a big thing in the black and beef sectors. Oh my God. And I'm usually pretty dressed, even if it's I got a headband on. If I do, when I do decide to go live or do a video, I'm not laying in the bed in my nightgown. And I ain't throwing no shade. But if you know that's a thing, I mean, I get if you like you, I'm so confident, I ain't worried about it, blah, 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 with the will. And I've seen some of y'all beautiful. But yeah, you ain't beautiful when you laying in the bed. Hey, sis. Okay, this noise is my 17-year-old just about to make the dog react while I'm going live. Say hi. But yeah, so some of these people be looking crazy on them camera slips now. Wait a minute. So I had bought these little tap things to put like you could put them on your phone over the thing, and some people, oh, you can just use tape or a band-aid, and I'm kind of like bougie, so I just wanted to see what I could find. So I found it, and so I'm like, okay, let me see how it works, right? So boom, okay, I got this off Shein too. It was like $1 for like four of them. I'm sure they're probably not that expensive. Amazon, or you could just use a band-aid, duct tape. I mean, but I guess if you feel like shit, you laying in a bed with eye boogers and boogers up your nose and hair on top of your head, whatever. You walking down the street and if you feel like you good, I don't know. I think that was my little joke of the video. Anyway, so mental health. I've been on YouTube all day today. I've been like kind of like a bum for the past few weeks because I start school in 2 weeks, so I'm kind of just chilling. And today, can't nobody see nothing? And today, I kind of was at my wit's end with everything that I was seeing. And I have been talking about this for a while in regards to a lot of the mental instability that is going on in these YouTube streets, especially considering everybody's on here acting like they're so perfect and they're trying to get them coins and all this other extra stuff that we all know 75% of is a lie. But today, it just hit me so hard. These people are like doxing each other and calling each other's jobs and trying to get people fired and reporting these people's information to colleges and calling kids on these people and I'm like, y'all are some really fucked up people. And where did y'all people come from? And then they're even throwing each other's mental issues out there. Like, oh, you depressed, you need to take your medicine, and you bipolar, you schizophrenic, and you know I'm crazy, I'll beat a bitch up. And I'm just like, this is too much. It's getting to be too much. At first, it was kind of cool. I'm not judging anybody. Let me say that. But at first, it was cool. Some concrete content creators, they had their rips and understand teeth and tongue fall out. But as I started delving more into these different sectors, I started to realize how serious this nonsense was. And I keep saying, and I've asked this question, I never got an answer. Has anyone ever been murdered or killed over this YouTube beefing stuff? Like, I know people have fought or whatever, I'm sure, but like, has anyone lost their lives in these sectors, the black beef sector? And is that what it would take for some of y'all to chill out? You know, um, honestly, I don't think that would happen. I think some people is so mentally screwed up that they're just like, what me? But that's scary, you know. And sitting back watching, being in the audience, like I can tell the people who was like bipolar. I can tell the people who are severely depressed. Bipolar and depression is not the same. Actually, there are two different types of bipolar. I could tell the alcoholics from the drug addicts, and I can just tell those who are just addicted in general. I could tell when someone is lying. I can tell when someone is playing games when it comes to mental health or sobriety. And I can tell when all this beef, fake acting stuff is scripted. Because at first I'm like, oh, dang, they was just beefing, right? And shit, I think you're still here, but you probably gonna feel what I'm saying. Like, so one minute they cool, you know what I'm saying, and then the next minute they beefing and nigga, your baby mama from Projects Fat, and you smoke crack, and your daddy an ex crackhead, and and then they cool again. I cannot register that. I couldn't, cause in my mind, if somebody take one of my princesses and put them on YouTube, I'm gonna have to book a plane ticket. We gonna need to talk face to face. It ain't gotta be about no violence, because I want you to understand that that is not normal. I cannot get it. And then I kept paying attention, right? So then I'm like, okay, people can fall out and get back together. They can squash it. But then I kept seeing it kept happening with the same people. And I'm like, and y'all putting kids out, y'all calling to get people fired, y'all calling, and I'm just, I can't get it. And then I realized it ain't nothing to get because it's plants. It's like monkey see, monkey do. And so yeah, y'all have y'all little back and forth on for the audience to see, but in the back, dude, let's see how much we can get today, or we're gonna go ahead and start this fake beef. You know what I'm saying? The streets getting drier, channels drying up, whatever, whatever. Girl, they ain't gonna get a YouTube detox. And here's why: because a lot of these people are ex addicts. A lot of these people truly do have mental health issues. Um, when I'm not working as much, I do tend to be on here a lot. Like, I don't have a life. I don't go outside. I don't drink. I don't really do nothing. So yeah, you know what I'm saying? Most people watch TV. I don't. But on the flip side of that, a lot of people are ex addicts. They got mental health issues. You got people that get on here and they can be whoever they want to be, and they can appease whoever they want to appease. I said I wasn't going to talk about Kevin Samuels. That man was great at what he did. I'm gonna say that. I might go ahead and throw him in there so I can get in the algorithms. But he was great at what he did. He knew what would draw the crowd. Some of his true diehard friends and followers from the beginning all say the same thing. He ain't start off like that. But what was working wasn't getting him what he needed. Let me rephrase that. People don't think I'm drunk, Lord. What wasn't working was the grow the family thing, promote black families and all that. And black women, you good, and black men, you know, um, you ain't right. But see, he flipped it. It all changed. I am talking crazy. Let me say this because I just got my tongue re-pierced. So I'm fighting with a long barbell. So when he flipped the game and kind of, started going at women, one or two videos, and then all these people went crazy. He ran with it. And I only found that out because when I wanted to know who he was and what it was about, I researched. Like if I want to know about a content creator or whatever, I'll go back to some of their beginning videos. And that was he did what he had to do. Whether y'all like him or not, he did what he had to do. And he did it well. So yeah, you're right. Yeah, these people, whew, child, let me tell you something. So like, I haven't doxed anyone, but I do go back to see where a person started from. And it was one chick that everybody was talking about. She's from the beef sector, and I went back to some of her earlier videos, and she don't look good. She didn't look good then, and she just looked like, okay, I got a few dollars now, I'm making a little money, so I'm gonna try to look this way. But it's still like it ain't real. And then when she's out in her element, she's doing a lot of little videos and things. It's a whole nother ball game. And so it just goes to show you, like, people feed into a lot of this nonsense on here. They take it serious, but in the audience, and they really do. They give all this money to all these different people. I've supported a lot of content creators because that's just what I do. But I'm not giving one particular person $500. You know what I'm saying? But this is a craft. But I've seen videos where people were dropping receipts on how much someone was like cash apping them, and they're running around here giving like $1,200 to promote the drama. That's sick. You know what I'm saying? Yes, that's sick. You know, Shay says for me, I have lived a very hard life. I know how it is to get out here and hustle. I know how it is to be depressed. I know how it is to be down on your luck. I know about those things, which is why I can pick these people out. And there's so many out here, man. I just be clocking them. Like it's somebody I talk to on the back end. They super cool, and we be watching like we be in the beef sector, the conscious sector. It all types of sectors. Just in some I drop down in, and I be like, man, yo, these people crazy. Oh my goodness, I, girl, that Cleveland accent. They do say when some people say we talk proper up here. Well, me anyway. Thank you. But yeah, so I be picking them apart. And it's crazy because the real content creators, the real ones with substance, if they stay in these sectors, they don't grow. If they still associate with certain people, they don't grow. I used to think it was because of the cursing. Some people are like, oh, well, you can't curse on your platform, blah, 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 blah. And then you go over to one of them gay men makeup platforms. Y'all from Cleveland. And them gay men be on there cutting the food, okay? Tasha K just got her 1 meal, even though, Cardi B sued the shit out of her. She's still going, and she cursed like a sailor. So what ain't the cursing? It's the mind. It's the mental state. When you think about the mind or the mental state or the mind or however you want to term it, you got some people on here that play on words. I play on words. I have a hard time trying to not do that when I'm talking, which is why it's hard. But it's the mind. It's that mental state. It is so many content creators that I listen to and I support, and they are super talented and they know their capabilities. So it's like, okay, I don't think they have like crazy mental illness or nothing. Is it because they want to stay in a certain place, or is it because um, they've messed up their algorithm? Because some people say, oh, I've had X amount of pages, but a lot of stuff goes back to the IP number. So if your IP number is still the same and you're running it off that or whatever, that can affect you too. I didn't know that at first until I started reading. Some people will refute that, And it took me a while to figure that out because they're like, well, how can people keep getting kicked off, um, but they can keep creating pages on the same IP because YouTube don't care about that. You know what I'm saying? But in the way they do, it's crazy. Like they monitor, they're not micromanaging the IP numbers, but it's wired in some way. So you got people like the Tommy dude who keeps losing pages and keep bringing them back. And I doubt if he changed up his IP number. He's such an arrogant asshole. Anyway, I don't talk over 30 minutes, and I don't think I'm gonna make it for 30 minutes. I think I'm gonna give it 5 more minutes because I was really just getting on here to test and just ramble, trying to get comfortable. Because my husband said to try to talk more. Um, like I said, this is just a random ass video. I probably won't even leave it up. I don't know. But yeah, so like it's just a lot of mental. Like my daughter keeps coming in here. What's up? Do I want you to do her hair tomorrow? No, ma'am. Good. Yep. Yes. Yes. And talk about low vibrations. Not even the low vibrations, the mental state, talent, right? See, like me, I can't sing. I can write. I'm an introvert. Oh my God, I'm gonna have to check it out. Um, so although I'm an introvert, I'm a people person. And people, how does that work? Introverts just don't like a lot of interacting. You know what I'm saying? It has nothing to do with them being shy. That's a whole nother ballgame. But I have talents. And it was times where I let my mental state, my insecurities, my shyness at that, so what I thought it was, um, getting away. Sometimes it was being comfortable. Sometimes it was depression. Sometimes it was feeling worthless. You know, I'm very transparent about who I am on here because I don't know when what I say is going to help someone. So, yeah, I'll talk about sobriety. I'm going to talk about mental health. I'm going to talk about being a woman. I'm going to say shit that women don't like because I'm quite sure as time go on, I'm going to get some hate speech on my Roe versus Wade video. And that's okay because now I know I can do that. Um, so one of the things I always say is we can't tell somebody else what to do with themselves. We can't change what a person does, how they feel, and where they want to be. But you can address it. You can call them out. You can encourage them. You can say, "Hey, have you thought about this?" And they might say no or yeah, but I don't want to do that. And I think a lot of times that's what happens on here because I was in a live today. Oh my God, it was a long live. That boy was live. I went to bed, woke back up, and he was still live. And it was just crazy. I know this my bed gonna be making this sound crazy in the background. But it was crazy because this girl, all because her and the dude had a disagreement, they started going back and forth. She didn't call the man's job, and I mean, she doxing the shit out of him. Nah, right. Um, and I'm like, man, this is crazy. I've seen niggas lose their whole mouth frame for your mama jokes. How? Like, trolling is one thing. That's fun. It can be fun. Hell, we troll each other. But when you're tampering with somebody's livelihood, I don't believe in all that God mumbo jumbo. But in that sense, I'm gonna say God don't like ugly. Karma is and as it does, and how it will present itself is not something that you're gonna be expecting. But then it goes back. Like I'm miserable. I'm mentally messed up. My mind is messed up. I'm miserable. So I'm gonna make everybody else miserable. That mind. I hate the way I look in the mirror based on what I think somebody else thinks I should look like. So I'm gonna do more and still feel less, but I'm gonna let them know that they are less. That's gonna go over some people's head though. Because when we think about how we think, like how I think or how you would think, I can't say what you would think, but I can tell you how it goes. I don't like that. I'm gonna fix that. But then I see somebody else that's like that or close to it. They ain't shit. But I'm the same way. But they ain't shit. I'm down and out, so I'm gonna get on this social media and I'm gonna show how everybody how good I am, how strong I am, how controlling I am, how I can drag you better than the next person, and you can't drag me, and I'll pull up because you ain't gonna do nothing. I got all the money. I'm getting all the views. I'm getting all the cash apps. I'm getting all the numbers. And then after they spent hours on this thing and they go get in their bed, they got to deal with themselves and them monsters, every last one of them. And they tell them, look at you. You still ain't shit. You still ugly. You still stupid. And it just goes on and on and on. That mental state, that mind. I'm not a scholar. I'm a researcher, but I'm not a scholar. Everything I talk about can be simply Googled. And if I have said something that was incorrect, please feel free to correct me because I am big on misinformation. And I can be wrong, or what I read can be wrong. Um, Hell, I got a speech impediment and didn't want to have a nurse to have a tongue ring again. So I'm not perfect, but Shay, we need to get that women's thing going. I don't care. We can get on camera. We ain't got to get on camera, but I think like a good powwow, and then even got to be long because I got a short attention span, so I can sit and listen for a long time, but I can't sit and talk for a long time. Um, I think that'll be good. I mean, we can do it on my panel, your panel. Um, Shit, we can do it on Zoom if we want to just kind of set the tone for the things we do and don't want to talk about. You married, I'm married, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what other people's situation is, but then there are also things that I just don't want to be involved in. I don't do catty shit. I don't do messy shit. I'm not for going back and forth. I can't. Oh, I grew up in the area. You from Dayton, so I know. You know, we fight. Fuck all that arguing. I'm not gonna do that. Bitch, do you want to fight or no? Like, I'm not doing the rest. That all that back and forth on social media. Like, I don't pay my bills to do all that. Um, so I want to do that. I also do want to start to getting together. And the reason I want to start getting together and having these talks is because I have a lot of information. Some of the information doesn't even apply to me, but I have it. I'm also learning more information since I decided to go back to college. So I'm getting a bunch of information from my best friend and different people about loans and grants and all that. Blah blah blah. I got 1 minute. 1 minute. 1 minute. But I think at this point, especially with all this Roe versus Wade stuff going on, in that video I talked about what we're gonna do now. We got to take accountability. We got to start educating our daughters. We got to start really getting these girls to see what's going on. We also got to start really putting a bug in our brothers' ears that this ain't about us. Our women ain't mixing with every other race. I'll leave that right there. And so we need to start building. Like I had a talk with my 17-year-old about the Roe versus Wade thing and how it affects her and how she definitely has to be careful about the decisions she makes. And I encourage her to talk to her friends about it because I don't know if her friends' parents are talking to them about it, but I told her to talk to them about it, right? And so that's some of the stuff I want to do. I want to be able to sit down, we help each other, excuse me, encourage each other, learn from each other. Like I'm gonna need somebody that's good at math. I take statistics next semester. So like, and I need that network. And we all about. I don't care about all that black girl magic. None of that. We just some women. We need to start growing. Things are changing. Is Our country is changing. Ain't none of that old stuff. All that stuff is out the door. Everything is about to be this metaverse shit, and I want to ride that wave. Um, and that's why I do enjoy a lot of stuff that Lex talk about because he knows what's going on. You know what I'm saying? He knows what's going on, and you gonna either ride the wave or fall off. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I start school May 23rd, and I work a couple of days coming up because I'm trying to get as much overtime as I can before I start. So it could definitely be like a for me it don't matter. I could pick any day as long as it's not a day I work. But I know you guys work, so probably a weekend would be good. Just let me know. Um, you follow my Instagram. I'll be on there all the time, sharing shit. Um, yeah, you can. I see that's why you be kind of laid back too. I peep game because yeah, when you understand the mind and you understand people, and you're not just talking and going and trying to put it out there, but you're watching, it makes a hell of a difference. And plus the fact, like I meditate. Okay, I do meditations. I say mantras. I literally sit in at least for 10 minutes at a time. I literally try to wipe all my thoughts out. Okay, all right. So we'll play ear by ear. I Blue follow me on Instagram. I'm follow him, Lex, and a couple other people. Um, Trust me, ain't nothing going on over there. Like with me, you good, and I want to make that clear. I fuck with you. If I pull you into me, at least on my Instagram or whatever, we good. You're like considered my peoples. Cause I don't fuck with everybody. It's been a couple of people that's done added me, and I don't add them. Whatever. Um, so yeah, we can definitely play it by ear, set something up. But I don't know if you've heard or paid attention. I don't drink. I don't smoke weed. I drink tea, and that's pretty much it. I That's me. I have to be that way. But I like to tell people that because then they at least know. Like I'm like I ain't drinking. And they're like, oh, why you being? I don't drink. I don't smoke weed. But yeah, we could definitely set something up. I would like to. Uh, and I don't know what. Well, I'm saying I don't know why I'm up. I'm always up. I'm always at it. I could have to be to work at 7 in the morning. And I'm still gonna be like, up it's 3:30. Let me go ahead and get some sleep. I got that bad. Yeah, we're gonna link up and we're gonna talk about some things. Um and so that way sometimes them men can go do whatever they doing on their channels, with all their bantering and because women be getting mad sometimes and I be like, them niggas is doing what niggas do. I was raised, I'm the only girl though. I'm the only girl and I'm the youngest, so damn it, I said I have one more minute. It's your fault. I ain't gotta be working till 2 o'clock tomorrow, but it's your fault. Oh yeah. I I literally have a whole shelf, not a small shelf. You know those big metal shelves? They'd be like four tiers. I have one whole shelf tier of tea. Yeah, it can. I mean, it just. I mean, we try to support, but sometimes it's like they need to do what they do. Let them do what they do, so we can go do what we do and talk about them. I know, and I've only had. Well, I've done what I think one live where someone interacted. And then AB has commented on some of my videos. I gotta go back and get that information because I did say I was gonna touch bases on it. For me, I have to write down if I really want to discuss something like the Roe versus Wade thing. I didn't write it down, but it was fresh. Everything I want to do, so I did the live real quick then and there. But like I'm saying, like if I say now I want to talk about something else, I can't say I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to talk about it and then don't put like the information together because it's going to go out the window because my brain is wired weird as hell. And yeah, that just don't work out. So, for me, I do have to kind of jot down some notes and kind of format it. And I want my platform to be like true vlogging, no black sector, no beef sector, no content sector. I'm not gonna curse a lot. I may in some videos, but it's not gonna be a lot. No beef, um, but it's gonna be a lot of lifestyle and my kids butting in to interrupt me. But that's real, I guess. Girl, ain't nobody talking to you. I love you though. Let me stop for these people think I'm over here beating my kids and they call. I ain't got nothing. I love you too. Get out my room. Get out my stuff. I'm live. It's only one person. I'm gonna apologize for her. I'm definitely gonna have to take this video down. Um. So yeah, I'm gonna jot some stuff down within the next week, and we could kind of just pick out a few topics or whatever, or put something in place so we're like, okay, let's talk about this, that, and that other, and then kind of just yeah. She's 17, so I can kind of I ain't gotta be PG-13. You know what I'm saying? But with my little one around, oh baby, no, it ain't happening. And if my husband's here frolicking around, he has this dog who is absolutely obnoxious. It's his dog. I tolerate her, but at any chance if he told me tomorrow he wanted to get rid of her, I'd be to pack the little shit up, dog food, all that. Yeah, I know. I mean, it's not like she's directly in the room and I'm cursing anyway, even though, yeah. But I mean, I guess you might be right. And what I might do is, I don't know, I would look up a thumbnail, maybe a crazy lady or something, just talking. But you're right. And that's my baby. And she's like, who is she talking to? And that's another reason I can't really do lives, is because they're like, who's she talking to? Because I don't talk on the phone. I talk to my sponsor, but then a lot of times they like, I need to see you, so that don't happen long. My best friend, girl, what you doing? I'm about to come over. Like I don't talk on the phone. Um, so yeah, they're like, who you talking to? That's her thing. She's like, who? I'm like, I'm live, and she's like, you're live. I'm like, yeah. But that's my girl though. That's my baby. She be 18 in March, and it's like, oh my god, you're getting old. She be mad when I say that. Like, girl, you getting old. Look at them stretch marks. She be like, "Ma, oh my God, why are you saying that? No, bye." Oh my goodness. And she'll be like, "Oh my God." She'll walk off like, "Get on my nerves." I'm like, "You get on my nerves too." And she be so mad because I think, "Oh my God." Oh, that's okay. Mm-mm. Girl, I just told you what to do. Look, camera slip. Just talk. I swear to God, girl, like I just be so afraid of like you know what? I'm gonna tell you what it was. My first few years of YouTube, girl, let me tell you something. That girl, she's the oldest. She was her only kid for 9 years. So it ain't, my youngest is 8. So she can be something else. And you got babies. I love babies. I said I've been wanting a baby and we not getting pregnant. So I think I'm about to wrap that up because I'm not going to be pregnant at 40. I am not walking around pregnant at 40. and I'm knocking on 40's door. So, but girl, yeah, I'm telling you, I bought these little tab things, and you just stick them on the little mirror part. But shit, you could probably use a band-aid or, a little piece of duct tape. A band-aid might be better because of the adhesive. Or any tape that's not gonna have too much adhesive. So if you're worried about a camera slip or whatever, that's good. I have had a camera slip though. I think they only got to see my face at the top of it, and my phone was facing the ceiling. So I mean, I don't care. It's not like whatever. So I have had one, but it was on somebody else's panel, and I was like, "Let me take it out." I'm like, "Girl, bye. Somebody want to take that and use it against me? Let them go ahead and do it. I hope they get plenty of views and a couple of cash apps off of it." Yeah. So yeah, you can use like a band-aid or anything and just cover it up. And I do have headphones. I was gonna say, you see headphones, you see people with headphones, it's very, very important. I actually have Beats. They are you can get two pair for like $80 depending. I pay 49.99 for mine. And they are wonderful, very comfortable. They're much more comfortable to me, even though they still do got the string, than the AirPods. Can't stand those. But yeah, headphones are definitely um, beneficial in your beginnings. Like I've seen people with microphones. I'm like, okay, if that's what you want to do, cool. But I'm not doing that. That's if my beats give off a good volume because I'm not doing a lot. Yeah, yeah, 50, 49, 49 on Amazon. Um, I don't know how to share stuff yet. And then I think you can do more of that on a computer. Let me see something. Let me grab my phone. I'm gonna see if I can take a picture on my iPhone and then try to upload it on my iPad if you want me to show you. Yep, they're right here. Girl, yes, $49. Oh, I can't see a comment. I just don't feel like all that because I don't have a studio. Okay, I just got it. I got the screenshot. So let me see. I don't like all that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't there yet, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I've seen some pretty serious content creators, child, and they ain't doing all that. I like make soap and shit, so I follow like royalty soaps and all that. I don't know if you hip to those sectors, but girl, like when they're in their studio, they have like certain things, but yeah, like they don't have all that nonsense just to um do a little piece of video. Did it save? No, god damn it. Hold up. I'm still trying to figure out how to sync everything together. I bought this iPad for school, and and so it's like I'm still trying to get used to it. And of course, it didn't fucking save because it's saved on my phone, and it take a while for. I just made it go away. It taking a while to sync to my tablet or iPad. So anyway, yeah, I'll put it in my shorts because, but yeah, they on Amazon 49.99. Just type in Beats and you'll see like the little headphone things. Uh, what else? Why are you still up with babies? I did get quiet for a minute. I ain't went nowhere. So yeah, I am going to get off and read a book. Oh, okay, good. So, do you like reading books? I got a bunch of books. A lot of self-help books, spiritual books, sobriety related books, just books, poetry books. I have like 150 books on Kindle. Um, I'll say 130 of those are free downloads. Like you can find a lot of free downloads on, especially if you're into reading different things. That would be a good live. Let me write that down to talk about different books and stuff you can find online. It'd be like Oprah, like you get a book, you get a book, you get a book. I'm about to actually throw it in my notes. Yeah, so I can go through some of that with you and just put out like some of the how to do it because some people don't know. And sorry, how you do it. You download. I mean, like I have series. Like when I first decided to get into Buddhism, I actually found a 8-book series. And because the writer, when he first read the book, he read a big book, and it was too much for people to digest. Trying to read all that, because we weird and some people when they really want to know something, they try to put it all in one. So he had to break it down into 8 little small books, and I think each book was like 60, 70 pages. 8, all for free. Yeah. But yeah, definitely. So that'll be another topic we could, talk about books. I mean, it ain't even got to be like about everybody reading the same thing. Like, it can literally be you reading a book or you tell me about it. I never heard of it, so we can kind of get everybody. Um, Girl, when I tell you, I didn't even finish all of them because I ended up getting another book my sponsor recommended to me by Shunryu Suzuki, which is called Zen Mind Beginners Mind. And so I read that book, and then I started reading other books, and then I had to read the books for the sober fellowship. So it's girl, I got so many books. I have 2 books I read daily, like daily motivation books, because I also delve into stoicism. I know it's white people stuff, blah blah blah, but it's good readings. Yes, it was. So I read that every day. And you done kept me on here even though I might as well drink some water because my mouth dried in the mug. Hmm. So yeah, I have a book I read every day called The Daily Stoic by Ryan Holiday. Um, and all my books, none of my books cost over like $30 bucks, and that's still pushing it. Cause girl, I buy it used, so it will. Um, yeah, Zen Mind Beginner's Mind is actually a really good book. Even if you don't ever think about getting into Buddhism, just the way he taught his philosophies and how he looked at life and explained life, and where is the second person coming from? Whoever you are, thank you for joining. Um, yeah, it's very good. Girl, yeah, I buy used books. I just told you about the Kindle, and I think it's not as easy to get free Audible books, but a lot of books, and Lex talk about it all the time. Shout out to my brother Lex Vortex. You can find a lot of them books on YouTube. And I've told people, they're like, oh, for real? I'm like, yes. Oh my God. I have like 100 audiobooks saved to my YouTube. And it's books that I already have. But when I'm on the go, I can't pick up a book and read it. So like Zen Mind Beginner's Mind is on um audiobook. That one I listened to it from a channel called Audio Buddha. Yeah, I have like almost 100 audiobooks on YouTube, all free. Well, I pay for the premium, so I guess it wouldn't be free. This is the longest I've ever been on here. I'm so proud of myself though, talking to two people. I be in them damn beef sectors and them black sectors. Oh my God. If you ever just want to kick back and laugh, come with me to the beef and black sectors. Not that stuff they got going. I'm talking about the real black sectors where they be doxing each other. And they'll be sitting up arguing like, you only had 20 people in your live. You ain't getting no views. You only got 2,000 subscribers. Your channel ain't hitting for nothing. I'm like, dang. But it's true. I guess based on how channels grow through them, especially the beef sector, like your channel can grow fast. Girl, beef sectors are hilarious. That is sometimes when I just want to relax, I go to one of them and just sit and listen. Girl, girl. But the black sector is ratchet. Like the beef sector, they cool. They drag each other. The black sector though, that's the ones that really be like getting people fired from their job and all kind of crazy stuff. You done seen it, you know what I'm saying? Like the nudes. Now, mental health. Let's go back to that because I left that alone, didn't I? These women up here passing around they packer and they cucaladas and they chochas and they booty holes to these random dudes. These dudes ain't even in the same city and y'all about to link up next week. You in California sending the dude in New York your cooter packer. Because I'm not going to use those kind of words on here. You in New Mexico sending Pookie Man your tatas in Florida. Can't neither one of y'all even really afford plane tickets right now. I'm hating. Y'all got this internet love. And then what happens when Pookie Man piss you off because he talking to Miss Queen Miami and so's chat. Fat girl moving because I'm fat. So then y'all break up. The next thing you know, Pookie Man got your tatas on his community wall just long enough for people to grab it and him to move it off so you can't flag him. Or they pass it all around in the sectors and then you get a Taharka Bay who said, I told y'all quit fucking with me. You get one of them out here. That was classic. And then now my nudes is out and he played me and blah, 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 blah. Let me tell you something. I'm married and my husband don't have not one nude of me. Sorry. Hey, you want to see it? Roll over. Call off work. You know what I'm saying? My husband ain't got not one nude of me. And I got some mental issues, but I ain't that crazy. So that's where we talk about the mind and the mental, and that turns into the mental illness of desperation, the mental illness of low self esteem, the mental illness of loneliness, the mental illness of all of these things. And for those smart asses that's going to say that's not mental illness, but depression is. And a lot of those things that I just named are signs of depression. Bipolar disorder, too, which has people doing manic, crazy things that you wouldn't understand. ADHD is a cognitive disorder, right? Which a lot of people have, Black people have. The kids, they just bad, you know what I'm saying? People end up with a lot of mental illness issues and they act out in ways of low self-esteem, insecurities. They act alone, they're lonely even when they're in a room full of people. All those things stem from something that can be have been assaulted or emotionally abused, physically abused, and all of that still ties into mental illness. Excuse me. And even if you have someone, and yes, I just burped because I just drank water. And even if you have someone that was able to overcome them things and they're living well, they will all say, I am still flawed. Because when I say living well, I mean those who are healing and who are surviving daily. They survived the assault, but they're still surviving daily. I'm not talking about the people that got over it, they feeling better. I'm not talking about none of them. Hey, you. Was I too loud? Hey, you. She got her headphones in. Hey. Sorry. Yeah. So, Shay, you my YouTube best friend now, right? And I'm gonna be causing all kind of drama. I would be like, every time I see you talking to somebody too much and you ain't talking to me enough, I'm gonna be I can't take myself serious. I'm gonna be, yeah, Anyway, seriously, back on the serious note because I was making a point. That's what that is. That's all mental. She's sitting up, she mad, and now the hate and the anger and the frustration she was already feeling is going to be increased again for I can't tell you the umpteenth time because she keeps trusting these guys. I'm not going to say niggas because Black men ain't the only men that do what these men do, okay? And everybody ain't with a Black man. And she keeps doing the same thing, expecting different results. Sis, you mentally ill. Something is off with you mentally to be sitting up thinking it's okay to send your naked ass to some random man you just started talking to in January. Sick. And he just is sick. He's accepting it. A man, first of all, I'm not gonna ask for nothing like that. He not gonna ask for nothing like that. And a man, if you were willing to offer, be like, nah, because a lot of men don't get off into all that. They don't get off. They want to touch it. They want to feel it. They want to smell it. And some dudes might be like, no, that ain't true, all men. No, I'm telling you. I have 3 older heterosexual brothers. And the one with 20 kids, he tells me, he says, I don't get off with all them pictures and all that. He don't like it. So it's men out here that don't like that. And trust me, he got 20 kids. He know what he like and dislike. Right? Why somebody try to dock me like she said her brother got 20 kids, her family trifling. My family is trifling. I'm not. Just so you know. And put that out there. Who is number 2? I can't see um I can't see on the stream. Y'all know I see what the content creators we talking about. Like I can't see. I can't see who it is. Hold up. But I don't want to just be, I'm talking to myself and I'm not the second person. You're just watching. Well, whoever you are, thank you. Please hit the like button. Right, I can't see even when I logged into my YouTube, like on my phone. I can only see it if I was on my computer. Well, on the computer. It's all right. Girl, yeah, he do. He got 20 kids. Two or one is deceased and one is actually about to pass away. His two oldest sons. But it's cool. Anyway, so yeah, a lot of men don't like that. And it's sick. I can go on and on all night. Like I don't want to be one of the people that's doing a 5 hour live because right, whoever you are, just come out. I was gonna say DM me. That's the only thing I hate about YouTube. The only time you could probably chat with somebody is on one of these extra things in the back chat. Like, why can't we DM people? YouTube, you're like 20 years old almost or something. Like you're getting pretty old, YouTube. Get it together. Whoever it is, they know I love them. I mean, I only got like 14 subscribers, so it's one of them. I speak on toxicity, girl. I speak on toxicity and narcissism on my channel for a while now. Woo, these are more sinister mental issues. Personality disorders are worse, and that is very, very true. Here's the thing, too. Narcissism has become such a big thing now that people don't understand what is and what isn't narcissism. Okay? Everybody is not a narcissistic. Everybody is some humans are narcissistic, period, if you want to put it in that way. But where the line draws, and I hate having to say this because people are like, girl, no, my dude, he a narcissist. And I'll be like, girl, no, he's just an asshole who don't respect you. There's a difference. You know, he just don't respect you. He's not a narcissist. Anyway, I'm making all this noise. But yeah, so when you talk about all kind of this, it's so many different disorders out here. It's so many people that's being misdiagnosed, and it's so many people that don't have like true mental health issues, but because they have not grown and developed properly, whether it's because of neglect, abuse, substance use, they go through so much. Like I don't know if you ever seen a crackhead, a street walker. Because every crackhead ain't a street walker. You got some crackheads that go to work every day. Yep, that's true. So you see a crackhead, and you take crackhead one, they started smoking crack when they was 12, 13 years old. And you put them next to crackhead two, who maybe started smoking crack at 23 years old. Both crackheads is 45 years old. Both crackheads end up getting clean. You're still going to be able to tell the difference. And some people are like, what? How do you? Because crackhead number one stunted their growth. They didn't grow. Right. They didn't grow. They started smoking crack and just stopped their whole life. The 23-year-old crackhead started, they had a chance to grow and develop some things. Now, even though a 45-year-old acting like a 23-year-old is still kind of iffy, but you know what I'm saying? It's going to be a difference. Same thing if it was alcohol, even weed. I know people like their weed, and you're right. But it still causes deficits. I know I've sat next to millionaires in some of these meetings and different things that I do. I have a lady right now who has a master's degree who's living in a sober living home. I mean, she still got a career, but right now she's living in a sober living home to get clean and sober. She drive a BMW. Right. And I'm gonna throw some shade real quick because ain't nobody listening. See, you got certain people that's getting on here talking about they're the sober sectors and they're doing all this sobriety stuff and they lying. And then they get mad because you got the enablers that's thinking that everybody's being mean to them, but you got the real people that's like, no, that's not how that goes. They're lying. Let me tell you something, girl. And when I tell you, this woman is beautiful. You wouldn't know she had a problem until she told you. And it's common. It's very common, you know. Um, but it's crazy. Every crackhead ain't a fiend. They ain't street walking. They ain't stealing catalytic converters from under cars. Every heroin addict ain't sitting up in alleys with lines on. Because, a lot of people snort it. You know, every alcoholic ain't living up under a bridge with a brown paper bag and a pissy tan trench coat. I wish people would stop acting like that. It's not like that. It's really not. That's like a small percentage of what really is going on out here. One day I'm gonna go on the history of because it's interesting. I'm gonna go over the history of the founders of each sober or clean fellowship. Yeah, they're most people with addiction, even overeaters, gamblers, they're smart in every aspect of their lives except for when it comes to addiction. They don't understand why they can't stop, you know. And hold on, I gotta move. I gotta grab that. They don't understand it. They're smart in every aspect but that. And once that is called a phenomenon of craving, once it kick in, oh, go take your time. Maybe person number two will come out. She put me on hold, and I've been on here all this time for her. I need to call my daughter anyway. Let me mute up real quick. Hold up. I guess we're on a commercial break until she come back. She don't know I got a short attention span. But yeah, so like a lot of people don't when it comes to certain things, it's not what the media makes it appear to be. Believe it or not, honestly, when the media start getting a hold of this stuff, they muddy it up. They do. They muddy it up. They put out all this misinformation, and even myself have succumbed to getting misinformation, which is why I say I will spend hours researching something before I make a final decision. I won't just read one article or one whatever top person who's covering that particular thing that I'm looking for and say, okay, that's it. I may not even read a few. I might even try to find something in opposition of that just to be sure. Um, because knowledge is power. It is. It's powerful. But wisdom comes from application. And the reason I'm saying that is because knowledge that's mental, you think in your mind, cognitive, all that, it runs together. Because the topic, even though I've been rambling and talking to Shay, is mental health. And May is Mental Health Awareness Month. And to all those who think they may have a mental health problem, please seek help. You can do it privately. It is autonomous. No one has to know for you but you. Also, with drug and alcohol addiction, you can seek help privately. You can remain anonymous. Okay? There are things out there that you can do. If you want help, if you need resources, just go to my Instagram page. You ain't gonna say nothing. Just look on it. I post all kind of stuff. I follow all kind of people in mental health, a lot of different mainstream mental health things, a lot of mainstream sober things. You got NA, AA, CA, EA. It's so many different things to help you get clean and sober, and those things are free. Honestly, I've seen people that did never go. They went to these rehabs and all that and didn't work. And then the last time they detoxed and then just started going to meetings. So it's a lot of help out there, and you don't have to be ashamed. You don't have to be ashamed because I just pointed out a couple of things. I don't know if you're gonna listen to everything, but it's so many people on here and in real life that has had issues. If you don't believe me, you can just type in alcoholism. You can type in Alcoholics Anonymous. You can type in Narcotics Anonymous. You can type in all these things. Welcome back. Oh, so the somebody else still here. You can type in all these things and look up ways to get help. You know, it is so much information out here. Especially COVID is messed up in one way, but it opened up doors for people to do things that they never thought they can do, like go to an AA meeting on Zoom. They ain't got to cut their camera on. They ain't got to say who they are, but they can sit in an AA meeting. They can sit in an NA meeting. They can get counseling. They can still get therapy. So don't be afraid. Because I'm be honest with you. If you go seeking out mental health help, unless the person is directly handling your medical expenses, don't your mama, your daddy, your auntie, ain't nobody got to know you going to see a psychiatrist. Anybody got to know that. Anybody got to know you going to see a counselor. How did that happen? You know what I'm saying? Everybody got to know that. People only know what you tell them. Do you know it's people that don't know I do YouTube? You know, but it's doable. Don't limit yourself. And if you're gonna spend a lot of time on YouTube, utilize these resources. I mean, literally, you sometimes with certain things, like if you type in bipolar, you can type in bi and polar, bipolar shit gonna pop up. Like you can really at least start or at least learn or try to figure out why you're feeling this way. I have to figure out how I'm gonna go about sharing a lot of different things. I was counseled two ways. Someone said as long as you're sharing it, whatever you're sharing, and just put the person in your description or whatever, they usually don't complain. And someone else was like, play it safe and just ask them, you know. Um, so, but it's so many things. Like I said, I'll be on here. I just came to like these sectors, but I've been on YouTube for a while. I just made this account so I can interact in these sectors. And now I switched the name up because I want to really try to do this thing. Sis, you said we need to stop worrying about what others think too. Out here crazy as hell because we don't want to get our mental health in check. And that is facts on top of facts. That's why Queen Keisha 216 got her poontang spread it all over the World Wide Web because she's so mentally screwed up. She looking for love in all the wrong places, and she don't understand that what she's doing is inappropriate behavior. First of all, it's just stupid, But she thinking that's what's gonna keep Antoine. She thinking that's what's gonna keep that content creator that got 100,000 subscribers. Because yeah, that's big. If you're gonna be sending your news to a content creator because of their subscribers and they clout, send them boys to Tasha K. Shit. You know what I'm saying? Send them boys to somebody with 1 million subscribers, because then they doing something. I'm not gonna send nobody my news, period. But I wouldn't recommend you sending your news to somebody with 500,000 or 5,000 or 10,000, 25,000 subscribers because you think that's doing something big. You work more than that. You work more than that. You ain't got to be out here addicted to substances to be out of your mind. But it does. And I'm gonna tell you something, man. You like that dopamine, and you know how all them different hormones and different things in our body, all those dopamines and all that stuff. I'm tired. I'm not about to go through all that. They can look it up. But I use dopamine because that's the most common. Like, man, that dopamine high. I even tell people when they look at people that's like really deep into religion, that's like ultra religious, that get at church every day. And then they feel like when they don't go to church, they feel guilty. Or if they don't do things a certain way, they feel guilty. How you gonna feel guilty because you looked at the man with the nice shoes on because the pastor said, God said this, but the pastor walking around tapping everybody on their shoulder and giving them that I like you squeeze. Girl, bye. But if I tell you that's a high, that's a high. Just like sugar, alcohol, nicotine, that's a high. It increases. It's the excitement. It's the anticipation. It's that feeling. You feeling good. Praise God. You're feeling good. I got that new car. You feeling good. I just hustled and made 100,000 bands. And so you're gonna keep doing it. And then you get to a point where you're like, dang, I don't feel like doing it. I really don't want to do it. Then you start feeling guilty. And it's like psychologically you start feeling crappy until you do it again. So Keisha, with the 200 pairs of shoes, where you at? You don't feel right when you walk past a pair of shoes. You ain't even gotta like them all the way. You just like, oh, them kind of cute. I ain't gonna get them. Then you sitting up like, damn, I should have got them shoes. And you feeling incomplete all day because you didn't feed your high and get that pair of shoes to make you have 201 pair of shoes. And we ain't talking about, these celebrities that's sitting up with a couple of mil in the bank. I'm talking about Keisha, that's the RN that might just be clearing 100K a year. Yeah, because we'll put, okay, they addicted to video games, alcohol, drugs, sex. About your grandma, right? What about your grandma that keeps sending you to the store for them scratch offs? Go play my numbers. How much is grandma spending a week on numbers? Her little checking, what about $800-900 a month? You checked her bills? Is she eating good? Because she's spending way more than she winning. Your little chubby cousin. Oh God, his mama needs to put him on a diet. Mama can't put him on a diet because mama ain't got time for him. So he starts eating to make himself feel better. So then he starts gaining weight, and now he's addicted to eating. He's addicted to food. That's his pacifier. That ain't drugs and alcohol, but it can kill you. And where do all these problems start? Mental, the mind. All right, I'm sounding like a nerd right now. But for real, that's where it all starts. You can look all these words up, make them interchange however you want. It's gonna all be the same thing. All these issues start from mental and cognitive, whatever. All that stuff is intertwined in the problems, the psychological, mental health, illness, short term, long term. All of that is there and present. The trauma, the PTSD, it's there before the addiction. The addiction is just a coping. It's a way to escape. It's okay. I'm sad. I'm gonna eat this pan of brownies. Like you see, the perfect example for people who might be in La La Land and don't get it is someone who break up with their boyfriend. Every time they break up with their boyfriend, they sit up and they, on the TV and they be like, "Oh, I'm just gonna sit at home and eat a bunch of ice cream and cry." Every time they psycho come as a woman, I'm gonna eat ice cream and cry. That's addictive behavior. Like, and some people are like, no, it's not. Yes, it is. Why do you have to sit and every time you get upset, every time your little piece of cycle come, you got to sit there and eat ice cream and cry? Go work out. Go visit your old auntie in a nursing home. That can make you feel better too. Okay. Okay. Um, secret viewer. How you doing? I need to take this thing out. I'm talking about going back to school and I got all stuff hanging on my face. How you doing, secret viewer? I hope everything is going well with you. You've been seeming to sit there for pretty long. I don't know if I should be happy or afraid, sis. So yeah, Shay got me on here talking. My kids probably think I'm crazy talking to myself. Um, I guess I should go ahead and say, please like and subscribe and turn on the notifications bells so you can get all of my random talking and messing up of words because of my speech issue. On top of having a tongue piercing and the fact that I just have a speech issue. Um, I do shorts too. Like normally none of my videos will go this long, but I'm interacting with someone, you know. My goal is to really mostly only do like videos between 10 and 20 minutes, like videos, not lives as much because I just don't have the time for that. And I do just think that videos, they're short, people who are looking for the things that I'm going to vlog about, they are not going to want to sit and watch an hour long video. They want to get to the meat and potatoes and then keep it pushing. So that's why I say that. But my lives will be like this random, natural things. Hi, yes. Okay. So I'm bored now. Okay. You'll regret it tomorrow. I probably will. Yes, you will. Maybe some tea. No. Thank you. And so you'll see things like that. Like there will be times I may go live and my husband is supposed to be downstairs not interrupting me and he'll come up and be talking to me or something. And I'm organic, so I don't want this to be a perfect experience. And I realize that's my life isn't perfect, so neither should my vlogging be. I'm gonna jot down some topics. I need you to hit me up on Instagram. It's still no, I changed it. I changed my Instagram name to this one. Only thing I didn't change was my email because I don't feel like going through all that. So we can jot down some ideas. I want to talk about even doing some bargain shopping. Like it's a lot. Shein, I love that. For you can buy a lot of little stuff. I just bought the cutest um soap dishes from them. my daughter a couple little play clothes for the summer and everything, and they were good quality, cheap, but good quality for her 8-year-old playing in dirt. But yeah, so and then share, like I can't share my own stuff, you know. Or just send somebody over, tell them to check me out, even if you don't have a community page, but you think my content is cool, tell them to hit me up. If I'm doing a live, we can powwow. I'm not a judgmental person. I'm not funny acting, you know. I'll talk to anybody. I'm just a person in the clouds, right? So yeah, I don't know. Shay, you still there? Moving again, fat girl problems. Um, Before I go though, I want to put this out there. Get you a pen and paper. And this is one of the ice-breaking websites um, for people who need help with alcohol and drug addiction. I got too many devices. And my husband told me if I buy another damn device. Okay, so the website is www.samhsa.gov. Then you have www.aa.org. Hold on, let me find the NA ones. And keep in mind, all these they can see you to Zoom meetings. So you ain't got to go to Zoom. You might got to see you. Just they got Zoom meetings. Let me find the one for and see that one that's Samha or whatever, Sam's whatever. That one is national. Okay, so you call them, you tell them what's going on. They'll try to figure out everything for you. But I'm just going to put this out, and I am definitely going to leave this in the description box. Um, so Narcotics Anonymous is www.na.org. They have something called Families Anonymous. It's not funny, but it. Oh, I can just imagine. I'm sick of these people. They should have that when I was a kid. Family Anonymous. Yes. I'm gonna definitely too put it. I'm gonna put all this stuff in before I go to bed. What's the other one? Cocaine Anonymous. Yeah, it's cocaine. Specifically. Oh, they got a Codependence Anonymous. Oh wow. I want to do a whole video on codependency. So that's good to know. No. Oh my goodness, they got a Cocaine Anonymous. Um, and they are on the back end, because I know people that know people, they are even looking to implement something for people who's addicted to social media. And it's true. It is. Um, think about when you take your kid's cell phone. Imagine an adult that's been doing it for a very long time. Take their cell phone. Cocaine Anonymous, of course, is www.ca.org. Well, they don't have a W. Right here it says https semicolon slash slash ca.org. But I'm sure if you type the www dot, it'll take you to the world headquarters. Oh, oh, okay. I mean, I'm getting ready to close out, putting out this information. So then you have Gamers Anonymous. I'm not gonna delve into all that. Just the main one. So Alcoholics Anonymous, Narcotics Anonymous. and Cocaine Anonymous. Because like when you looking at like pills and stuff, they usually fall up under narcotics. So I gave you the main national web thing, which is, and then so then you have dang, I'm gonna have to look up that codependency anonymous thing. See what happened when you look up stuff? Yes, 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 it is. Um, and it goes back to that the problem. What was the root of the problem? You know, it's really, really bad with like introverts and shy people, those kind of people. All right, the other person left. Thanks. I appreciate it. My first time ever getting two people in my life. I guess I'm doing something right. And they sat for a minute. Oh, they back. Welcome back. Okay. So I'm about to look up what they have mental health anonymous. Hmm. Um if you're looking for information, basic information that can, you know how you type in, like say you go to Wikipedia and you type in something and it just starts taking you through all these different links and things. So they do have a website and I am going to make sure I post it. It is called mentalhealth.gov. So it explains what mental health is, as well as probably giving you different links to different things. You can find some locally. Of course, you got the CDC. Yes, I'm going to say the CDC. Keep your biases to yourself. I don't care what you do and do not get shot up with and how you feel about it. Everybody has a right to do what they want to do with their body. I know that's rambling, but I'm going to say that before somebody gets getting in my comments talking about the CDC. The CDC also has information about mental health on it. And I'm sure that will also take you to different avenues, websites, and connections to where if you want to get mental health help for you or someone else, or then again, you may not be able to get it for someone else unless it's like one of your kids, but you can at least learn to understand why they the way they are and maybe cope with them and deal with them and work with them because when you understand what they may not understand or y'all both understand, things just work out well. So then you got like mentalhealth.gov and then you got the cdc.gov and that's all for mental health. And then it's so many different things. Like I literally typed in mental health. So then they have this thing called the National Institute of Mental Health. I'm familiar with that one. You can go to that one. I utilize that though as far as my profession goes. So those are just a few things. Like I said, I'm gonna make sure before I close my eyes that I put those in the description box. Also, if you look on YouTube, use this platform. I've spent hours on here learning stuff. I've learned how to make soap. I've learned how to make hair items. I've learned how to do business stuff, accounting, working with Excel, working with Spotify. I learned how to build a website, even though I didn't build my website that I had at the time. I learned how to. Okay, I learned about bipolar disorder. I learned about dealing with a child with ADHD. I learned all these things. I saved myself so much money when it came to a lot of things because I went on this platform and got the information for free. If you are looking for some things on YouTube, it's a few people. Um, I follow him on Instagram, so I'm going to try to because Shay's going to remind me, right? Shay's going to remind me to message these few people. It's a gentleman I follow who is a professional who also deals with mental illness and addiction. A couple, and these are men, a couple of black men. Um, and so they're good resources. They like out here, they put it together for the fellas. So you guys are not alone. Um, information for your kids. Like I said, I'm agnostic, but I practice the Buddhist philosophies. Did I say that right? Shay, I think I said it right. And so I use a lot of that to help with my daughter, my youngest one. I use a lot of those teachings and meditations and mantras to kind of pull her together. I'm like, hey, come on, let's sit down and meditate. She'll sit there and take a little breaths and whatever, and then go on about her business. But it grounds her and it teaches her how to pay attention to what's going on with her. My little Christian, she is. So I'm trying to think of everything that been wanting to talk about. I might as well just utilize this time. And even if no one wants to listen, I can always slice and dice this video up because I learned how to do that thanks to YouTube and watching the StreamYard channel. Babies and teas. I remember babies. That is just making my heart smile so much. I love babies and they smell so good. And then you can take them home when they crying too much and they get sick and you ain't got to deal with all that. I wish person one number two would just say hi and delete their comment. Like you can do that. You can say hi and then delete your comment. I'm gonna see it in the back chat, but I'm not gonna put you out there. Shay's not even looking at the damn chat. You can at least let me know who you are so I can send you a donut from Dunkin' Donuts or something. Send you a virtual gift card. Maybe just don't know what could come of our YouTube love affair. And no, I'm not sleepy. I normally go to bed till like 4, about 5. I'm not sleepy. I am so sick of this Canvas Samuels. Oh my goodness. Black folks don't know how to let that go. Mm, mm, mm. I know you were. I was thinking I'm gonna go ahead and address this because then, like I said, even if I don't keep this on YouTube, I can always go back and pull points off of it. While I'm still here, keeping Shay company with the little baby, let's talk about religion and spirituality. Religion and spirituality is really not the same. It does not go hand in hand because spirituality means you're open to all deities and practices and philosophies, where religion, generally, you're not. There's one deity, unless you're practicing the Hinduism faith, and that's really not a religion because they have like 100,000 gods or whatever. Being spiritual is about an awakening. Seriously, when you take the religious teachings away, is generally an awakening, is life, giving life, improving life, enhancing life, life enhancement, blah, blah, blah. So for me, I gave the religion thing a chance. I tried it and I failed, and I tried it and I failed. And I got tired of being told I'm a heathen and I'm gonna go to hell and all these things. And so I tried it again for the last time, and I was just like, I want to know what's going on. Yeah. Yes, yes, yes. And so I wanted to know, it is definitely made to divide us. So I wanted to know, um, that's not what I wanted. Whatever. There we go. That's what I wanted. Look at me learning something. Um, I wanted to know. And then when I wanted to know, I started learning and I started looking and I started searching and I started asking questions and trying to figure out why. I wanted to know all this. And as I kept wanting to know and I kept learning, I'm like, okay, I just tapped on it. Cause see, when you clicked it, she just cut me off. But it's okay because I'm agnostic and I want to know. And I'm gonna say this before I answer her question. The more I kept looking and researching, the more I found out that a lot of it is the same, it's interchangeable. It's, oh, that's the big one. I can still talk. It kind of goes hand in hand. I also learned that a lot of these practices, even though man's makes them seem different, hold on, the only difference in each religion with the singular deity is that the culture changes how the story goes, right? hmm The culture. So that's why you'll have, like, you look at Buddhism, it's different sectors because Indians is Indians, and then you got Tibetans who is Tibetans, and then you got the Chinese who is the Chinese, and then the Japanese who is the Japanese, and then you got the copycat Americans, you know. Same thing with Christianity.
Mm, what is it? I went vlog.
Only if I could put a picture on YouTube.
So I cut up all my big hair. And now I've got short hair. And it's cute short hair.
She look like Velma.
You like it?
Yeah, it's cute.
I cut all my damn
I'm
hair.
still live though.
Okay, let's hear our conversation. Mommy, I cut all my damn hair and feel it.
You feel like a dog? Yep, it feels like a healthy dog.
My friend Nene was like, aren't you gonna get
Who's Nene?
Tajane?
You talk to her? Ew. Anyway, to answer
You
your
know what? You
question,
could be thirsty. Anybody got to deal with that?
when I first tapped it, it's like the three little things. So I can see that I can block you and put you in a timeout in here. So I was like, remember I said, hey, I didn't want to do that because when I hit, it said star comment. So I'm still going to leave your comment star because you're my fave. But if you just tap the actual comment itself, see, you just tap the comment itself and it does it. So I'm looking to have all of my comments tapped on because I'm just like such a awesome person. But I'm gonna tell you something you don't notice and watch next time we on somebody's live, you don't notice it. Do you know I type like I talk? So it's funny because I don't be purposely making like grammatical mistakes, but it just happens. And then I'll just be sitting back like, well, that's how I talk anyway. Like, it's so funny. I always make jokes about myself, like me being chubby, short and chubby. When I stopped drinking, I gained a lot of weight, and I'm okay with that because me gaining weight ain't gonna kill nobody. Me gaining weight, it's healthy weight. Ain't gonna have me fighting in the middle of the street, little stuff like that, and watch somebody. Yeah, go ahead and take this, record it, but when you share it, don't talk about me being old drunk. Tell them I'm a survivor. Thanks. Go ahead, slice and dice that all up because I know it's mine, right? Because that's what they do. You could be talking about somebody else who's drunk, and motherfucker will take your shit. It'll be like you could be talking about some. I was hot that one day, and you be talking about old drunk, and he would take I was hot and old drunk and put it together. Like when I see people like that, people was actually doing that. Oh my god, I was like, wow. Because like, of course, I want to know why they doing it, and I go watch the original video. Like, oh, that is creative. That was real creative. Like, I see you, dog. I see you. Like, that's funny when they do that. Like, I think now at this point, and I'm not afraid. So I'm not afraid of what will come because I'm not putting myself in those communities as far as being exposed to that type of drama that goes on in those sectors. And I mean, they go to those sectors for that purpose too. So I can't stand the heat. I ain't going in that kitchen. I'll stay in my little comment section. And I try to keep it PG-13. I ain't trying to argue with nobody. Um, because I really want to utilize this page and leave my other ones where they at. My one that I had since 1998. You go on and Google tell you how long you've been on here. YouTube tell you how long you've been on here. You know that's somebody else's business, not y'all's. girl, it's like going down a rabbit hole. And I had got to the point where I found myself, girl, I cut it on. Okay. And I'm like, damn, it's 4 o'clock in the morning. Why am I still up? My husband, like, you still up? And I'm like, once I hit a certain time, like, if I got something to do the next day, well, tomorrow I got to be to work at 2. But so I'll be able to sleep in enough time. But like, if I got to be somewhere like in the morning and it get 4, 5 o'clock in the morning and I got to be somewhere, I ain't going to sleep. So I'll just be out. My husband hates when I do that. But because if I go to sleep, whatever thing I have to do won't get done. Yeah, it can drain your energy and it can also mess with your mentals. Like, say you constantly watching videos and they constantly, oh, this fat person, this, she ain't that. And if you got an insecurity about your weight, guess what happens? It'll trigger you. It will trigger you because I've had it happen. Like, I have bad skin. I have really sensitive skin. The only time it's working out good is when I'm spending all this money and doing what the dermatologist tells me to do. But of course, I'm not going to do that because whatever. I done did all the drink all the 100 bottles of gallons of water a day. I still break out. It's environmental, outside environmental. So I was kind of like, I was watching one channel holder and they just had this thing about talking about dark skinned girls. I'm dark skinned. Um, girl, you acne and black lips and all this stuff. And I'm like, is this person talking to me? you know, and these are things that really, some days I'll be like, oh my God, I'm breaking out too much. I hate it. But I've kind of resolved that that's just where it is. I'm almost 40 years old. Like, I mean, I could go and do some stuff, but it's kind of like, why? And then even when I suggested it, my husband was like, girl, bye. You beautiful. Shut up. So, but that was just like an example of showing how these things, they truly, truly, if you're hearing it all the time and you're getting involved in it, you end up getting stuck in it and you're doing it more. And then it starts to really just weigh on you. It weighs on your mental. It's tiring. This is exhausting. It's really um like we the Walking Dead. We in the zombie state. When you think about it. I mean, I find myself, waking up every blue moon. I will. I remember I had that Facebook syndrome bad. And with the first time after I really got up off of it, I went back tough for a minute. And then after that, I just was like, okay, I'm taking a break. And when I notice myself getting into it too much, I'll take a break. And now I kind of just, if I do get on, I may get on often, but I'm not scrolling. So I know I'm gonna have to micromanage to YouTube like that, especially now since I'm engaging into content. I need to put that time. So instead of me watching somebody else 2 hour live, I'm gonna do my own 2 hour live. You know what I'm saying? Because I already know what the beef sector got to give. I got something to give that's different. Up, number 2 left again. They probably done went to bed like, okay, I can't take it no more. 4 o'clock in the morning. She ain't talking about nothing. So yeah, but it is. And I'm glad that you pointed that out. Let me go ahead and put that up there because it is. And it's all this just what goes back to the mind, the mental. And you know what? Since I'm breaking all these words, started playing with the words, and I'm sure somebody's going to hear this and listen to this sooner or later. Like, who does she think she is with her stupid ass? You can't even pronounce words right. So, mental. And I'm in a little dictionary I got on my phone. Mental, of or relating to the mind, of or relating to intellectual as contrasted with emotional activity, of or relating to this kid that keeps barging in my room with no tea, of or relating to or being intellectual as contrasted with overt physical activity. The one I just had.
I don't know which one you just had.
Pink stork.
Hmm?
Pink stork. Okay, so I'm still doing mental because there's a lot of them. Occurring or experienced in the mind. Relating to the mind. God damn it. Oh, you can still hear me. Hold up. My headphones died. I had to pull out the other pair. Make all this creaky noise like I'm in a nursing home or something. I'll keep going. Listen to this one. I skipped one, but I want you to hear this one. Relating to spirit or idea as opposed to matter. Look at that. Oh, I want you to hear. Relating to or affected by a psychiatric disorder. No, that's mental. Uh, it's talking about being a telepathic. Then there's mind. Mind, recollection, memory. The element or complex of elements in an individual that perceives, feels, perceives, thinks, wills, and especially reasons. The subconscious, why did I say subconscious? The conscious mental events and capabilities in an organism. The organized conscious and unconscious, see, that's why. Adaptive mental activity of an organism. Intention, desire, the normal or healthy condition of the mental faculties. Opinions and views, disposition, mood, a person or group embodying mental qualities, intellectual ability. A conscious substratum or factor in the universe. Man, y'all better quit playing with me. I know what I was talking about though. I ain't learned that in college. A man that practiced more sciences used to make me get the dictionary and break all these words down. Hmm. I'm still here. It's crazy how when I embarked on these few little journeys I've taken in the past 2 years, how I knew a lot of things back then, but it didn't even matter, because I was not being wise. And today I'm learning how to practice being wise and how I speak and how I think, even though my speaking is jacked up, y'all hear it. How I think in every move that I make. Even when I mess up, like someone was like, "You said you was coming, blah blah blah. You ain't coming." I'm like, "I'm a liar." They was like, "What?" I'm like, "You tell somebody you're gonna do something, you don't do it, you're a liar." And they're like, "But no, it ain't like that." I'm like, "But technically, you're lying because you didn't do what you told them you was gonna do." And they're like, "Stop being a nerd." And I'm like, "Well, I'm just being honest. Or even how I move. Like some days I'll be driving in the car and people be crazy, and I'm not. I got road rage. And I find myself now, it's like some days that they'll get an F bomb and a middle finger, and then some days I'll be like, don't do that. They probably in a rush, maybe something going on. Like I'm being more wise about my actions. And even when I'm walking, when I'm talking, when I look at things, if I curse my husband out, I'll sit back and be like, go back, like, look, I'm sorry, I'm tripping. I'm gonna go ride a bike somewhere or something because it's me, because it is me, because I'm cursing. It's not him. He's just doing what he always do. You know, it's me. That's where the wisdom, the application of the knowledge that I have comes into place. That's where it makes me wise because I'm applying the knowledge. There are a couple of more things I need to fix about myself physically. I did buy an exercise bike. I don't want to lose a bunch of weight, but I do want to um, maintain a healthier lifestyle. And I'm just going to change my eating habits. Every 3 months, I do this thing where I don't eat nothing but fruits and vegetables, eggs and cheese, and I eat that very scarcely. And if it depends on if I'm cooking, if I can find the vegan cheeses, I'll do them. Um, Shay, you should do that with me. I don't know if you're vegan or not. You probably one of them vegan people already. Yeah, I be vegans. I can only do it for 3 months, and I'm like, I need a steak. Damn it, I need a steak. Not allowed to eat pork. My husband don't. He ain't on that. So those are things I'm trying to modify within myself, but it's the wisdom. So I know all this stuff. I know how to lose weight. I know how to, but what good is knowing how to do that stuff gonna do if I'm not doing it? So that's something else we can all do together. Me and some of the other ladies, we can all be do like this vlogging together. Do our separate vlogging, but do like things vlogging together. Like we was talking about the books, maybe like a health journey. Like maybe somebody want to quit smoking weed or smoking cigarettes or drinking or cut back or they want to get a new tattoo. I've just recently got like 4 tattoos in the past year. Whatever, you know Um, I like when I see content creators and vloggers that do their own separate thing but combine together. When I was deep into like watching the makeup things, I used to love to see like all them girls like Jackie Aina and the one light skinned girl with the twin and they both had the short hair. Like I would love to see them kind of get together and, you know, do that. And so I think that'd be a good idea. Because we're also creative in a different way. Um, like I'm like a quirky nerdy person who refuses to act like a scholar or intellect. I'm not an intellect. I'm just like a nerd. Nerds are not always smart. I wish people would stop saying that. Nerds are not smart all the time. Pay attention to how they depict nerds. They're not as smart as you think. They're usually the opposite. They can just read good or count good. And then you have some people that's like they can sing, they can play instruments, they like to cook. Um, they may know how to do money well, like so many things. And I see so many other sectors doing things and getting together. And there's drama in all the sectors, but it's more it's more good. And if I could pull some of my ladies and we can kind of go towards that way, it ain't got to be about numbers or getting monetized or cash apps or none of that because I am not going to use Cash App. I don't want money. If YouTube say tomorrow you can get monetized, I'll do it that way. But as far as sitting up here trying to get Cash Apps for people for what I'm doing, no, no, mm-mm. Not for my people in this area of YouTube anyway. Y'all already giving enough of your money away, you know. Or I might have you do something in other ways. Like I might, get a thing going and you can physically see it where I'm taking food and clothes to like maybe women's shelters or sobriety homes and doing gift cards and those type of things you would see me doing. Like you would see me going to buying a gift cards, you would see me going and doing all this stuff. So everything you do would be in a transaction. But as far as like money that goes in my pocket, I don't do this for that because I can make money outside of this. Like I said, YouTube will pay me and I get it 30%, whatever. That's just kind of not where I'm at right now. I just really want to be able to talk to people and get connect with people and at least be part of that 1% of the world is trying to make right with others, trying to build instead of tearing it down. Shay, is that baby doing all right over there? I hope so. That is terrible. I remember my daughter was little. My oldest daughter was little. My mother used to take wet rags and freeze them. clean. She would go buy like a few clean rags. She would wash them. She wouldn't use rags that we were always washing up with. I should have said that first, but just like a wet rag. I'm from Cleveland. They probably don't say rag. Washcloth, face cloth, one of them, a new one. You clean it, get it clean, get all the store stuff off of it, and freeze it. And they like to chew on that because of the ridges. I don't know if you know, they probably do, but I used to do that because, like, teeth and rings, my daughter used to throw them. Yeah, she didn't want that. She wanted the boob, but she wasn't getting the boob, so she can get the cold rag. But they love those, the cold rags. Gum massages was a good thing. I just never really like sticking my finger in the baby's mouth. Singing. Singing can calm the baby down, and guided meditation music can calm the baby down and put you to sleep as well. Or listening to me talk. That can do it as well. So yeah, I don't know if that'll help or not. I got all these grown kids and shit, and I cannot believe I have been live all this time. Probably because I'm talking to somebody. Now I'm looking up nails or whatever. Waiting on my daughter to bring my teeth. Yeah, they actually do have guided meditation for babies. They have a. How about to find a um actual for babies guided sleep meditation. Hmm. They have a channel called Happy Minds. They have like some regular people, but like I would want something that's going to continue to run that child theme. You might fall asleep and then next know something else popping on. Yeah, Happy Minds tends to be geared towards children. It's another one called My Calm World. I'll list these as well. And I can't think of nothing else, guys. I've emptied out my mental space talking to you guys about mental stuff. So mentally, I feel free. And mentally, you're probably fucking sick of me, right? Again, please like, subscribe, hit the notifications bell, share. If you can't share because you don't have a community tab, you can share me on social media. That also works. I do it. Um, you can recommend me. I love interacting. I love talking. I just love this. Um, I did mention Campbell Samuel, so I am going to put him in my title because I talked about him and I'm talking about him again. He did what he needed to do in his time and he did it very well. And no matter what y'all think about him and his tight suits and his black women hate, he did what he had to do. So now y'all can go find somebody else to hate and hate them well, right? My condolences definitely goes out to his family. It's nothing like losing a loved one, especially in the way that um, the way his life ended. Not he lost his life. I don't like saying that. In the way his life ended. Although he's transitioned daughter, he no longer has to suffer physically or mentally because we all know he had some illness going on. All is well with him for me, and I hope everything goes well with his family. Somebody definitely gonna be getting a little piece of coin, and that be that. Go find somebody else to hate. You can hate me, but I'm not gonna argue with you. But yeah, And so that would be that. Shay, I am going to bed. I gotta go to bed. The birds is chirping and my oldest is creeping around like she giving me that don't you gotta go to hand movement. So I I might come back live tomorrow night when I get off work. I might because where I'm working at is an hour away. So that'll keep me company. It'll be between supposed to get off at 10, but nurses never get off on time. But yeah, it'll probably be between 10 and 10:30 if I do go live. And I just told y'all what kind of work I do. I'm just a housekeeper. My friend is a nurse, and I give her rides because her car's down. So I'll be looking out. So um, I picked up the work for them tomorrow and help her out. Maybe, maybe not. But no, I do. I need to get some rest because I ain't been to work in weeks, so it's gonna feel like I'm a new employee all over again. I am so happy, Shay, that you came into the secret shopper who didn't want to say hi. Thank you for coming and listening too, because you listened for a great while. I really appreciate it. To anyone else who sits and listens to this 2 hour live of me rambling and just talking about random stuff and talking to my kid and messing up words and all that stuff. Um, or if you're just catching the end part of it, I'm going to chop this live up. Okay, I am. I'm going to take it and dissect it into 4 pieces and then use each part as a shorter video. Um, I will do that, but yeah, I'm gonna try to get some rest because I have to be up at least by 12. And what? I'm getting some weird emails. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Shay, don't forget to hit me up on Instagram. It's the same name. You can also follow my business page that I'm inactive on, but you can follow it anyway if you're listening, because I will start putting out a few things in there. Um, like I'll probably just start putting out gift baskets for every little like whatever every so often, and that is Lala's LALAS Naturals. So it's Lala's like ownership Lala's. I forgot the apostrophe S, and then Naturals like naturals. Nothing fancy about that. Um, and that's on IG. I will not give y'all my main page. I don't even be on it, but I'm still not gonna give it to you. You're not gonna see how fat and ugly I am. Worry about your own looks. Don't worry about my looks. Okay. On my Facebook, my business page is still up, and I just thought about it. Maybe I should make a Facebook page for this name. I don't know. Depends on how I feel. I don't do Twitter. I don't do Snapchat. I do TikTok. I don't know if I changed my name. I'll put that out next time. But I am on TikTok. It might be Lala Agnostic. That's it. Look me up on TikTok. I don't post nothing on there either. But you might be able to see a picture of me. Oh, picture 2018. But yeah. Either way, Instagram is definitely the best way to find me. Or my email, which is still the realest to ever do it. 83@gmail.com. And it is not TO, it is the number 2. Okay. Thank you for listening. Shay, thank you for being here, keeping me company. You know, you helped me more than you think you did. I appreciate you so much. It's going down in the DM, I hope. I'm sleepy. Good night, y'all. Until next time, may peace be with you.